Hello! Hello, 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 and welcome.
Goodbye.
Bye. It's the end of the stream. Shortest stream ever. It's probably not the
Yeah,
shortest stream ever. Uh,
probably is.
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of The Adventures of the Golden Tooth. My name is John and I am joined by Sean,
Heyo.
Sean,
Hi.
and Amy.
Oi, Cal, come here. Come here.
What?
Would you like a taste of my potassium?
Only if you taste mine.
Done deal, mate.
I am disturbed.
Nice.
And
That's all we came here for.
And now the stream's over.
we are here to play some D&D. When last we played D&D, you, as the Golden Tooth, were the big heroes of Sizith Morcaine. You fought through the battled streets, you saved a dragon, the dragon slew a Behir. You didn't have to slay said Behir yourselves, which is useful. You fought your way to the palace and you fought a number of fire giants who were within it with the aid of some of the slave stone giants who switched sides upon realizing that actually you could get them out of indentured servitude building a palace. And you released the drow city of Sizith Morcaine into the hands of the drow themselves. Which is good. Well done, heroes all. However, upon taking a long rest, Malzere was plagued with nightmares of the presence of a demon prince, Gratzt, somewhere deeper within the Underdark. And upon waking the following day, we get into some new stuff, but you get contacted by Elenil of Elven Tree, who is part of a group of people preparing to mount an assault on Myrim Madra, the stronghold that the fire giants who had taken Sizith Morcaine came from, somewhere deeper within the Underdark, where these fire giants have gained a foothold for a number of years. She and a number of her allies, some of whom you know, some of whom you don't yet know, wish to launch an all-out assault on Myrim Madra, and would like for you to take part in it.
Cool.
Okay.
They would also like this is an optional step, but they would also like it if you could help fund some of it, if you can.
Fuck that.
Completely strapped for cash, I'm afraid.
You will notice that on your character sheets, under your gold, I have added the gold that you would have found within the ruins of the Palace of Sizith Morcaine and throughout the fighting in Sizith Morcaine, meaning that you each have 1,500 gold pieces more than you originally did.
They said I'm strapped for cash, I'm afraid.
Now, I will explain how this works, and you can continue to say that you are strapped for cash. But for each 500 gold pieces worth of mercenaries you hire, you will have one renown point of mercenaries to send to an objective that you yourselves cannot go to because you can only be in so many places at once. That number of places being one.
Okay.
You can spend up to a total of 2,500 gold to get 5 mercenary units. Or if you think that you and the warriors that will be alongside you can handle it without the additional support, you are free to spend 0 amounts of money on no extra helpers.
We pay ourselves to be our own help.
So 500 for 1 additional supporters. Is that right?
500 gold will get you 1 point of help.
Support.
Yes. Hey, Brian.
I'll put in 2 help.
Okay. Sean, until Michael returns,
Yeah.
he has also deputized you to look after where Hal's support is going.
Oh, okay.
Hal has put in gold for 4 support units.
Okay.
So until Michael returns, you have been deputized to pick where they go.
Okay. And do we have to choose all of our support now, or can we top up support later?
You have to pick it now, unfortunately.
No.
Well, I mean, I suppose we've got a lot to offer.
I'm gonna add 1 more.
So 3 for Pyrolus, 4 for Hal.
That puts my gold to 15. I like that as a number.
I mean, that's a perfectly fine reason to pick out how much support you're giving. I should turn the music on as well, because we should have some ambient.
Humpty Dum. No, you say you can only spend like a maximum of, like, to get enough for 5.
Yeah, the most each of you could spend is enough to get 5 renown points. That's the max you can throw at this.
I mean, I have enough to get by 5.
How much is 5 sorry?
2,500, isn't it? It's 500 per.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've got enough to get 5. It would drop me to like 100 gold, but then again I've got 73 platinum, so it doesn't really matter.
So do you want to put in that much?
I mean, I could.
What's Hal down to?
How's at 15? Hal has 15 gold left. He put everything in.
Oh.
I'd have 413 gold left if I were to do it.
Well, I guess.
But I do also have 53 platinum, so yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. I didn't get good sleep last night.
Why not?
Just nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah, it happens. Anyway, yeah, I'll put the money in.
Okay.
For 5.
Is suspicious. I am also going to put the 2,500 in for 5.
So you both
renown.
have 5 renown points of mercenaries to, well, when we get to the segment titled Where Heroes Fear to Tread, or Where Heroes, what's it called? What's
I'll
that
just
section?
come up and there'll be 5 sexy ladies getting ready to battle for
Where
me.
heroes do not tread. You get to put 5 in.
Good.
Not got any platinum, so I'm like umming and ahhing about whether it's worth putting in another one or not.
Only you can decide.
Yeah,
Woo!
I'm gonna have 4.
A scant week later, after having gone to the surface again, gathered your mercenary squads, and returned with Elenil. You got some rest on the surface for a little while.
Yay, rest!
You return with Elenil and the surface forces to the fungal amphitheater of Spore Dome, where the meeting of the several armies is going to take place.
Okay.
Around the fungal amphitheater of Spore Dome, a myriad of faces are engaged in a dozen furious conversations. Excitement wars with panic, and those not seated pace back and forth. Secretive drow mix with tall mushroom men, while stout dwarves talk with humans wearing helmets capped with red feathers. A little girl in a dirty dress sits alone atop a tall mushroom, her arm around a black goat with milky white eyes.
That's normal.
You might remember this little girl and her goat.
Is this the Fiddler Girl?
This is the girl you met before you met the fiddler.
Yeah.
And then she disappeared.
She's alive!
Alive!
I need to go alive!
Yeah!
An elven woman approaches the centre of the gathering and raises her arm towards the cavern roof above, and silence descends. The assemblage looks towards the woman on the floor, Elenil Elseladil, called the Moonsilver Herald by some, lowers her arm and addresses the crowd. We are about to undertake the largest military operation in recent memory. The danger posed by the Dark Prince and his followers in Myram Madra has reached a critical stage. Our allies from Sizith Morcaine have provided us with the location and avenues of approach to the city deep in the Underdark. And we have recently learned that Helida Hellspawn, the leader of the Fire Giants and demonic forces, is present in the city, preparing for their invasion of the Sunlit Realms. This leaves their command structure vulnerable to attack and gives us the possibility to end this threat once and for all. Teams will deploy from Spore Dome to 3 advanced positions where we will set up 3 separate bases for attacks in the city. At the same time, we will require 2 other small teams to scout alternate approaches to the enemy forces and gather local allies. Using any gathered intelligence, we will launch our attack and drive our forces into the city until the threat has ended. To this we are committed. There is no going back now. We mobilize in an hour. Find your teams and make your preparations. And as she finishes this, the conversations start up again. And people start, the buzz of excitement of what is about to happen starts up, with people starting to gather up into their various groups that it seems that have already prepared for their teams, who's going where, military units. And Elenil approaches the 4 of you. We haven't plotted exactly where you're going because we thought you would know where best to deploy yourselves. So
Right.
I come to you with the battle plans, and you can decide where the Golden Tooth as a unit will hit the city. And she brings a map and she shows you this handout I'm going to hand you.
Okay.
So, there are 6 objectives where you are going to be able to... I'm going to see if I can show this on the stream as well. There are 6 objectives that you can prepare or position the allies for the attack. You yourselves, Golden Tooth, can hit 2 of these objectives.
Okay.
So here is the handout.
Pre-assault objectives.
Hold the assault to breach against their 6 objectives and to prepare the position allies of the attack. A skilled, highly mobile team could potentially participate in 2 of these objectives. Boy, if this isn't Space Odysseus, let's choose which side quest is more important.
Hey.
What? Oh, come on! The underdog one's got me instantly. Those accepting the mission will attempt to take advantage of the newly discovered... Let's just read them. Northern forward base. In preparation for the attack on the northern gate, a group will approach a nearby cave and eliminate any giants or demons present before they can warn the city of the lion's approach. Since this path passes near Sith Morcaine and is the main approach to the city, scouts have warned to expect this cave to be well defended. Groups that choose this objective are well positioned to participate in the attack on the Fungus Farms during the assault. Eastern forward base. In preparation for the attack on the eastern gate, a group will approach a nearby cave to set up a secondary base. The approach is particularly poorly drained, and mud and water should be expected. It is also closest to the slave district, so it's likely you'll find humanoid hordes in the area. Groups that choose this objective are well positioned to participate in the attack on the slave district during the assault. The western forward base. In preparation for the attack on the western gate, a group will approach a nearby cave to set up a secondary base. No information has been retrieved from these tunnels, or the scouts sent to this area have not returned. Groups that choose this objective are well positioned to participate in the attack on the Six-Fingered Courtyard during the assault. Why is it called the Six-Fingered Courtyard?
Don't ask questions. But also count how many fingers Gratz has.
Wow, he gets busy. Fortify gains. A group... I actually didn't know that. He had 6 fingers.
Yeah, it's got 6.
A group, once having captured one of the forward base positions, will fortify it. This will involve not only building defences, but holding the position while doing so. If the party chooses this objective, it must be the second encounter, since the base must be captured first by you or NPC allies. The Underdoor. The various shifts in the rivers and tunnels over the last century have revealed another possible approach. The Lake of Blood, just past the eastern gate, is fed by 2 underground rivers. It is possible that access to one of them may have been discovered. Those accepting the mission will attempt to take advantage of this newly discovered river and scout its lengths to determine if indeed it is one of those that feeds the Lake of Blood. If so, it will potentially provide a secret way into the city for spies or saboteurs and give a team a chance to attack the slave district or the Colosseum. If the party chooses this objective, it must be the second encounter, since you will be inside the city if you succeed. And the Friendly Dead. Nearby is a cavern known as the Cave of Black Whispers, where a large group of surface dwarves were once surprised and slaughtered by the drow of Sith Morcaine. The cavern has since been haunted by their dead. It is possible that the dead might be put to a useful purpose and turned against the giants if they can be coaxed from the tombs. If the party chooses this objective, it must be the first encounter, since you will be far from the city whether you succeed or fail.
So that you're making this with full information presented, there is a second handout.
Second handout!
The second handout that I am going to show to you now.
Can I read this one too?
You can read this one.
This is the second set of objectives of once you have broken through the opening lines, where do we go to next?
Alright. How do you pronounce this?
Myra Madra is how I've been pronouncing it.
Thanks.
I assume that is accurate, but it could also be wrong.
Once the assault has begun, teams of skilled operatives will be inserted between the enemy lines to disrupt the enemy's ability to respond. They will choose one objective and try to finish it as quickly as possible. The Fungus Farms. The Fungus Farms are one of the main food sources in Maya Madra. Quaggoth and Orc slaves are overseen by a few fire giants, ogres, and the occasional lower demon. The work is poorly organised and the fields are not well tended. However, the horde of slaves could spell difficulty for the attack if they are forced to defend the city. A team needs to take out the overseers before they can rally the slaves. This objective is closest to the north gate. The Slave District. The Slave District is home to most of the Drow, Quaggoth, and Orc slaves that do much of the work throughout the city. The district's residents are on their own for food, waste collection, and building, which results in a cross between a decaying village and waste dump. A team needs to terrify and disrupt the slaves, or win over to the allies, before they can be rallied to defend this. Oh, the allies' cause before they can be rallied to defend the city. This objective is closest to the east gate. The Six-Fingered Courtyard. The courtyard of Lolth has long since been defiled and converted to a place of worship by the Dark Prince. Slaves and demons have been seen in large numbers here. A team needs to find out what they are up to and put a stop to it. This objective is closest to the west gate. And the Colosseum. Quaggoth slaves work in the Colosseum feeding the beasts. While the slaves are not especially dangerous, they need to be dealt with or run off before they can free whatever horrible beasts are housed in the Colosseum. This objective is closest to the underdoor.
So you can see how sort of your first objective of where you enter the city leads to where you will be within the city once you enter it.
Yes.
Right.
Alright,
See if I can put these on the stream so that they can both be seen.
well, we've dealt with the Drow before.
Yes, and there are, as you look around the Spore Dome, there are a number of Drow within the Alliance ranks.
Well, if it's the Friendly Dead, then we have an advantage with Calderax being here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow, well, I guess, Cal, if you're not up to killing any undead, I guess, oh, well, can't do that. No.
That's
No,
not about
mate.
Trout.
Make me come over there.
But you're already here.
Don't make me come over there.
But you're already here, mate.
I'll point
Don't make
out
me come over.
that it's not killing the undead, the Friendly Dead. It's doing the Aragorn thing of getting the dead on your side to...
Yeah, but still, you'd have an advantage.
I mean, I'd probably have some sort of intimidation advantage. I've got a lot of things that can make it unpleasant for them.
Because how I'm thinking, from Malzari's perspective here, is that after the dream he's just had and the whole thing with the Six-Fingered Courtyard, if that's a place of worship for the Dark Prince and we have to suss out what's going on there, I think he's going to be a bit disturbed, but at the same time it's like, well, if it's some sort of worship thing as in summoning him or some sort of crap like that, then he'd probably want to breach there in the end.
Okay. So if you do the Friendly Dead's got to be your first objective.
Yeah.
It's like we get in by that method, and then we can go on to...
Well, because with the Friendly Dead, you're not at Myra Madra for it, you're at a cave slightly off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and pick, like, where you're going in. So if you want to go into the Six-Fingered Courtyard, your second objective would be then either fortify the gains at the western forward base, or you would be the group going to the western forward base to assault it in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you guys as well.
I mean, the Friendly Dead, like I said, it was like I'm not sure exactly how Alderax would feel about having to befriend undead.
Because
Out of character.
if not that, then like, me personally am focused on the Colosseum in terms of, like, the beasts. Because if we get rid of them, then that will give us an advantage too.
Hmm.
We're just a bit spoiled for choice, aren't we?
A lot of decisions, and I'm not good at them.
Decisions, all of them wrong.
It's a lot of words. I'm not good at that.
Because if we were to do the Colosseum one, then we could do the Underdoor one as well.
Yes.
Because as well, I'm thinking that if we do the Western one, it's tunnels that we don't have information on, which might mean a maze!
It might be a maze.
We don't have the best of track record in tunnels, unless
Yeah.
Alderac's driving. So.
And also, lol dab, I'm claustrophobic, so...
I mean, I'm happy to do the friendly dead one if everyone's after some undead allies. Question mark.
I'm not sure now. What are the other ones?
At the very least, they'd be a good distraction.
Yeah.
Or they...
So what if we did the Friendly Dead, the Underdoor, and then we could deal with the Colosseum? Do you think that could work?
That could work.
Because also, that one's closest to the Underdoor as well, so...
As in the friendly dead is close to the other door or the Colosseum.
The Underdoor one's close to the Colosseum, and we have to do that 1 second, so...
Yeah, the Underdoor leads you... The Underdoor is the only one that gets you to the Colosseum.
So it makes sense to do that, then.
Okay. Works
In my
for
opinion.
me. Do you have any other ideas, Sean?
Not a clue.
Well...
Yeah,
guess...
yeah, that's fine. I think.
Guess we're keeping some beast cage, then.
Beast is gonna go pet shopping, we are.
Shut up!
So
My-
Friendly Dead, then on to Underdoor, then into the Colosseum.
Yes. Wonderful. Alright,
Wunderbar.
that is our choice.
I'm sure Hal would be up for making friends.
Of course.
But they're all like they'll be friends. There'll be lots of friends.
Yeah.
Be a bit spoiled, won't he?
Okay, so... You are going to do the Friendly Dead and then the Underdoor.
Yes. We got a problem with that.
No.
No.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I have a slight problem with that in that those are the two maps I didn't prepare. out of all of the maps that I have prepared for this.
Why?
What
You
were
should
the
expect from us.
chances? Fairly high, actually.
Fairly high. It's you guys.
Oh, that's incredible.
So I'm just quickly doing some map prep in the background.
You know what? Fuck it. Out of nowhere, we're going to go to Cholt. You haven't prepared that one either.
I really haven't prepared Cholt. Don't go to Cholt.
Yep, we're going on a holiday to Cholt. Go to Port on holiday.
So the next step is Amy and Sean. You've got 5 mercenary points.
Yes.
Sean, for the moment, you have 7 to play with because you've got 3 for yourself.
No, I added an extra
Oh,
one.
I've
got 8.
You've got 8 to play with.
Yeah, I decided to match Hal.
Pretty much the choices for you are that you are going to send your mercenaries to the northern, eastern, and western forward bases.
Right.
Yeah.
as well as fortifying the collection there. Fortifying the gains of those 3 bases.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it while I prepare the map.
Do we roleplay?
You guys,
Um,
one, roleplay, but also work out where you're sending your mercs.
Okay. I will send them home
without pay and without
without
supper.
pay.
I mean, I'm more kind of meant, those bases.
So have we got to literally cover each of the bases or send a set to each of the objectives?
Pretty much what's going to happen is a group is going to go to each of those bases and attempt to take them, and then attempt to hold them. Each unit of mercenaries you send is going to be another +1 to the dice roll for seeing how they do without the heroes there.
Oh. Okay. I'd probably... I know it says all the scouts there have not returned. I'd probably send mine to the western one, just because... Really worried about that courtyard!
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do that.
So 5 going to western.
Yeah.
And do you have to like spend them all in one place, or do we have?
Oh no,
you
you can split them up however you like.
I thought that was the case, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, you can split it up.
Look for suggestions on where to put things, by the way. So if you're
main food supply, the government will see a few. Attended. Wherever the hordes of slaves could spell difficult. Where the hordes of slaves could spell difficulty for the attack, they of course defend the city. The team needs to take out the overseers before they can rally the slaves. This objective is closest to the north gate.
So at the moment, we're just caring about the pre-assault objectives.
So I think northern forward would be important. So I'm looking at the breach ones so I can kind of determine what's important the breach objectives. Because I feel that I would like to try and send any of my peeps that survived to the Fungus Farms, because you control the food, you control the siege. So I think I'll send 2 pips of mercenaries to the northern forward.
Yep.
So we've got just those 3 bases to look at, or have we got to look at the fortify gains as well?
What I will say is that if you send people to those bases, they will be there for the fortifying the gains at those bases.
Oh, okay.
Which is possibly not how they intend it to be, but...
Because I was going to say, if not, we could do 5, 5, 5, and then the remaining 3 that I have could go to the fortify gains. But yeah, if we've got it on each, then 5, 18. So that's 6 in each. If we were to spread them evenly, just as a...
Yeah.
Well, I've got 5 to go. Amy's already done their 5 to the western base, and then you've got 8.
Yeah.
Which would mean we could technically have... Yeah, we could technically have 6 go to each. If we
Yeah.
split them appropriately.
Yeah, literally just split them into 3. Like, we've got enough to do that.
So fine, I'll send my 5 to the northern forward then, and then...
Okay, and I'll split mine out accordingly.
So 6 to each.
Yeah.
6.
That makes sense.
An even push.
Fabulous.
And now, as good generals, we will stand 15 miles behind and cheer as they go forward.
Yay.
And twirl our huge moustaches.
Well, the biggest moustaches.
Massive, ginormous moustaches. If I was any kind of artist, I would try to draw all of our characters with giant, kind of like General moustaches.
Yeah, if Danny's bored at any point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
Cool. Now roleplay for a few minutes.
Alright, yeah, Mal is telling his little peeps what to do. It's weird that he's doing it with such purpose and taking it so seriously.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Pretty sus.
Once he's done rallying his troops, I think Calderax would approach. And they seem oddly passionate about this.
Well, I mean, when shit's in trouble, then it kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you've not even asked about payment.
Oh, yeah! That is a thing I should probably do. Thank you, Carl. You're so on the ball. Mate, I don't really care at the minute.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Why do you keep thinking something's wrong?
Because you're not acting yourself, and therefore there's something wrong.
Cal, listen, I appreciate the high insight and all that crap, but I'm fine.
No, you're not.
What, you think I can't handle this myself?
I'm not saying you can't handle it yourself. I'm just saying there's something wrong.
You don't trust me.
I don't say I'm not trusting you. I'm saying that there is something wrong. I can tell.
Okay, you know my history with Gradstone. Well, not specifically my history, but you know.
I'm aware that, didn't you say your brother killed him, and
Yeah.
then the Demogorgon became interested in your family, and he made a deal, and stuff happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was an accident, the killing part, but he kind of has it out for me at the minute for some reason.
As in, Drat has his
Yeah.
outfit. Okay, A, why, and B, how do you know that?
1, I don't fucking know. 2, that's who was in my nightmare. So either I'm just really fucking stressed, I ate some cheese before bed, or we're fucked. And I want to make sure that we're not fucked.
Pretty sure you didn't eat cheese.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So, and with us being down here, apparently going after said demonic bastard, probably a message, I would think.
Why me?
I'm going to assume because he can't get to your brother, he's going after you instead?
Ugh. What a fucking bastard.
That's kind of what I said about whole demon things anyway.
Yeah, but that wasn't. I mean, I advocated it for a bit, but then again, I got a home out of it, you know?
Yeah. And now you're going to be hunted down by one.
No, I'm not. I'm not worried about myself, mate. I'm worried. Never mind.
You're worried about...
You? Them?
Well, if my suspicion is correct, I mean, I don't know, I can't possibly understand what the hell goes through these things' minds, but if it is he's after your brother, I'm assuming he's going... I assume he's just going after you because you're close by and easy to get. But at the same time, he might well try to go after others.
I don't want that I almost lost you. You know how much that fucking killed me inside, Cal?
I know. I'm not going anywhere, am I?
Well, I didn't want to bring this to the fucking doorstep, did I?
Well, we didn't know. I mean, to be honest, we were only sent down here to deal with what was happening in, was it Sizith Morcane?
Yeah.
And we didn't know we were going to drag it into a war council and crap like that.
Yeah, true. Look, I know I don't take things seriously often. I know I think a lot of this is a pain half the time, and then the rewards make it worth it, yada yada yada, but this is... I don't know what this guy can do. I mean, I know bits, but... I don't want this being... You know, I know it's not my fault, but I'm here, aren't I? And I don't want it to kind of be my fault.
Well, it's not your fault. I mean, I'm going to assume that Drazd hasn't breached into our world just to get back at your brother and his family. I'm going to assume that isn't the case. I'm going to assume that's happy coincidence.
Yeah,
But
I hope
you know, you got an army at our back,
not. Yeah.
and you know, hopefully be able to maybe drag some more people into said fight if we have to fight him.
I mean...
You never know. You never know. We might have hired some of the best mercenaries in the world, and they're going to take care of him for us. But I find that unlikely. One of my ones stuck a pencil up his nose, and he hasn't been able to get it out. It's quite terrifying.
Well, you really have the worst luck, don't you?
All the rest of them seem fine. It's just that one is a little bit off.
Somewhere in the background, behind this scene happening, there's just a man with a pencil up his nose going, I have a cunning plan.
The idea that Pi is currently trying to get it out of his nose.
I have a cunning plan. No. Pull gently.
Stay still. Stop wiggling.
No, it hurts.
And just, Mal looks at us and she's like, we're actually fucked, aren't we?
Oh, I mean, at least we know the Drow are good for their, you know, when they're fighting for something they believe in, at least. And you know, we got others. You know, just we were in a very big. We were in a rush. We had to get mercenaries as quickly as possible. You know, I'm you know, they've got good equipment. They seem able to at least hit stuff. I should hope they're all right.
Cal, Am I doing a good job?
At which part?
Like, doing what I'm doing now? Should I be harsher, lighter?
Well, how was Malzere acting towards the people he was acting towards before Caldrax went there?
He was being, like... You would have thought that, you know, he'd command, but also he'd be quite jokey about it, and this time he's very sort of focused.
Doing well. I mean, I've never commanded troops before. He starts like fussing over your clothes and like straightening them.
Hey!
But you know, you're doing well under the circumstances.
Great, thanks.
Sean, can you roll me a strength check?
Can I roll a strength check as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try.
You take his nose off.
Strength check.
The only way. It was the only way of
Strength
getting.
ability check.
Yep.
Normal.
You heave, and there's a little spurt of blood, and
Ugh.
you pull the pencil free. And he turns to you and says, "The Order of the Ebon Cobra will stand with you forever."
Just nods like, sure.
Sure, Jan.
Throws the pencil over her shoulder.
Just wipes the snot off the pencil and puts it out of his reach.
Incredible. Well, I guess it's not all that bad.
Be fine.
It's just more...
Hmm?
I'm worried I don't do enough here anymore.
Not doing enough in the group.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just haven't felt great.
Oh. I think you're doing fine.
I think it's just after... I know I mentioned this before, but after the whole thing back at your home, I feel like I'm causing more trouble than I am helping.
Well, you do sometimes cause trouble, but you do also help. There's a good 50-50.
You think?
But you're doing your best. And that's all anyone can ask of you. You're in, especially now, extraordinary circumstances, which is all anyone can really ask is your best.
I'm sorry, Cal.
For what?
I've caused so much trouble for you. But I don't understand how you've been so forgiving of me.
Well, it's been very difficult. I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm
right.
joking. I'm joking. Well, I've done horrible things to you as well. And you've forgiven me.
Yeah, crazy that.
So least I can do is forgive you for all the things you've done.
Well, I'll try and make things better here. I want all these people to be safe.
We'll do our best.
Yeah. And if we fuck up, then whoops.
If we fuck up, we probably won't be alive to be able to realize our fuck up, so, you know.
Yeah. Mm.
So...
Well, we'll have a
Let's
good
not-
ride to Tieflin Hell together then.
Yep. I mean, I don't really know what happens in Tiefling Hell.
Oh, they probably have wild times.
I mean, 'cause technically, we're touched by the infernal, so surely they should welcome us with open arms and give us like a nice seat to be able to watch everyone else getting tortured. But
I've heard that they're making that recently. I believe they call it cinema.
Neymar
Cinema, yeah.
doesn't sound like it'll catch on.
No.
It's a
Well-
stupid name for one.
What if we do fall there, Cal? Like, I hope you stay with me.
I hold his face in his hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away, and kisses him.
Aww. He smiles.
At around this point,
Gay.
Hey!
the troops start to march off to war.
Wait for us!
You are introduced by Elenil to.
I'm just gonna point out one of the leaders of my group of mercenaries is a really terrifying looking halfling.
Okay.
Just saying, just so you have that in your mind. There's one group that's like a load of really big burly guys just being led by this tiny little halfling who's really jacked.
Okay.
Barbarian halfling or.
Yeah, let's say a barbarian halfling.
Okay.
Just like shirtless.
Hey.
You are introduced to Oxania and a group of drow priestesses who will be accompanying you to meet with the dead dwarves. Oxania and the priestesses are showing, as you approach, the holy symbol of Ilestria.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to make me a religion check, they can find out some information about
Yeah.
Ilestria.
Why not?
Try.
For a laugh.
Religion.
Oh my god!
I would like to point out that both of those rolls, it was like a 3 and a 2, and then it rolled back to 17 and 20. I was like, you're gonna get a shit? Well, no, you're not. So you all know that Alestria is sometimes referred to as the Dark Maiden or the Lady of Dance. That she is one of the Drow Pantheon, known as the Dark Celedrian.
Okay.
However, Pyralis and... Well, let's see how Hal did. Pyralis and Calderax, you know a little bit more. Alestria is a chaotic good drow goddess whose purview is beauty, song, dance, freedom, moonlight, sword work, and hunting.
Okay.
She gets around a little.
That's quite a combo.
She is also the patron and protector of dark elves who long to return to the surface and be at peace with the other races.
Okay.
Which is unusual amongst the drow.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
For the natural 20, there was also a period of time, Calderax, where she was known as the Masked Lady. When her worship of her subsumed that of the Masked Lord Varun, her brother. And
Well,
yeah. Oh, and you all see her holy symbol, which is a naked female drow with long hair dancing before a beautiful full moon,
How did I know it had something to do with a naked woman?
wielding a bastard sword.
A bastard sword.
a naked lady ruling a bastard.
Naked lady with a big sword.
Kinky.
Big
Brilliant.
bastard of a sword.
Woo.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, I say.
Hello.
Sort of doing that very Lady Godiva thing of, like, everything covered up with long hair.
Okay.
Tastefully naked drow lady.
I'm not into drow.
And you head through the Underdark for a while, and the clerics, the priestesses of Elestri know where you're going, so you don't need to make any rolls to get to where you're going,
That's handy.
which is nice.
Everybody, I'm on my way.
A strong, warm breeze blows from the entrance to this cavern. Several natural columns are staggered around deep crevasses in the floor. Piles of bones are alight with the flickering of the ferres, giving them a eerie light. In the centre, a particularly large mound of rocks and skulls is topped by a T-shaped cross poles, typical of a banner. Instead of an army's colour, a skull is mounted on the top.
Lovely.
I love it.
And as you enter the room, from amongst the heaping pile of bones in the middle of the room rises a desiccated dwarven corpse
Ew.
astride a flaming horse, and a ghostly dwarf rises next to him.
Cool. Cool.
So,
Cool.
And
Don't need to use my eyes of the grade for that.
as you enter into the room, sort of dwarf ghosts start to walk out of the walls. And just sort of hold a shield and hit their battle axes against the shield.
You know full well Hal's already shouted hello.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be doing Hal justice if I didn't.
Point that
And remind people of that.
For a moment, I'm just going to turn off that and move it so that we can see the map. There we go. From atop the flaming steed, the desiccated dwarven corpse shouts,
Right.
"My name is Varagni Moonsmith."
could your name be any more generic?
No.
Didn't think so. Hi, I'm Miles Ray. What's up?
What are you doing here?
Wouldn't you like to know what the point?
You come in the presence of our foes. Tell me why we should not just tear you all apart.
So, are these the undead guys?
These are the undead guys.
Okay, well, the answer to that, mate, is that we're in a little bit of trouble, and we could actually really do with your help. We're not here to start a fight or anything.
You're coming here with them. And he points over your shoulders at the drow behind you.
Yes.
Means that you are in plenty of trouble from us.
No, okay, mate. Time passes, that's all in the past. They had nothing to do with it. Did you?
The drow look at
One
each
of
other and...
One of them puts their hands up. I did.
You say you need our assistance.
Aye?
Give them to us.
What, them?
Yes.
No, because we kind of need them as well.
Give them to us and we will serve you for a day.
What would you do with them?
They will not leave this cavern.
Okay, yeah, can we find an alternative? Because, listen, I don't want this to be a listen, I know you guys are in a not good situation. I get that. I apologize, but I was getting revenge on people who didn't have anything to do with it helping here.
We would be getting revenge. We wish to kill
the people-
all the drow.
Actions of some drow don't account for the actions of all of them, mate. Sorry.
I do not see the difference. They ambushed us in this cavern and slaughtered us all merely for being here. We shall
Well-
slaughter all of them merely for being here.
Well, I don't speak for them, but again, that's not to say all drow are like that. I mean, we're on the Winster War here. I think if the drow, weren't interested, they wouldn't be helping us now.
The
They've
war
took
of the
lead.
living have very little to do with those of the dead.
But this war is against demonic foes. They will not suffer you to be here.
Make me a persuasion check.
Which one of us?
Whomever has the higher persuasion can make the check with advantage, because you've been helping each other.
Persuasion.
I got plus
I've
5.
I got a +9.
It's 9.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, Cal.
With the advantage.
With the advantage.
Just give them a cheap
The
little wink.
advantage. Oh,
Oh,
apparently
come on!
six. So makes that 19. Hal flutters his eyelashes.
Oh, whoa.
I mean, he probably doesn't, but I feel he probably would have done something.
You say that they will not permit us to be here. Then why should fighting alongside you help us?
Because together we'll be stronger. If we fight them and we lose, and they come to this cavern, they will destroy you outright. There'll be too many of them. If you help us, then your number will be added to our number, and we might succeed.
We will not work with you, but we will... We could see the advantage of not standing alone against this threat. We promise to kill everyone and everything that we find. Every drow on the battlefield will taste our vengeance.
There we go, now we're talking.
every drow. It means he's going to kill anything that's in his way.
Only the drow. We do not care which side they fight for.
Yeah. I mean, that could work as long as we tell any drow on our side to stay out of your way. I suppose. Just kind of like holding the bridge of his nose, just like, yeah.
Do we have a deal?
As to the others, do we have a deal?
Oh, I suppose so.
As long as we try and give ample. Turns also to the drow priestesses behind us. Is that a deal?
Out of
Well-
character, like, what percentages of people have we got in this battle? Like, just trying to think how easy or not it would be to move all of our drow out of the way.
I mean, I'm going to assume that like most of this assault force is going to be like 80-90% drow. I'm going to assume.
There's the assault force basically contains it does contain a lot of drow, but they aren't necessarily the primary race.
Right,
You've
so-
got a lot of surface races that have come down to also take this assault, because this is an assault against demonic giants that are gonna attack the surface, possibly under Graz's leadership. So you've got Elenil Esedil, who is leading the Hillsfar Rebellion. Various elves and woodsmen from Elventree, previous farmer revolutionaries, who have followed Elenil into the Underdark, as well as the new First Lord of Hillsfar, who was put in place after a certain group of heroes assassinated the previous Lord of Hillsfar.
Yeah. Okay, so realistically, it's not that we're gonna leave a big gap to be filled with these dudes. Like, they can fight alongside the others, and we should be able to move.
If we can try and keep drows separate from these fellows, then we should be fine. Yes.
Yeah, if there is time to notify our people of that.
As you say, Sean, the turning to the drow behind you, we would prefer not to take that. It is possible that the drow could be turned to follow Our Lady's teachings, but if this is the price to pay for the support of these, the support of the dead, will go a long way.
So we have an accord, I believe.
We will not stop you.
So the rest of us were like, yeah, this sounds okay.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah.
As far as Pie's thinking is going, is this isn't going to be the only battlefield, so although there will be a loss of a whole load of drow in this particular one, like, the other fronts will also have, so these people can focus their efforts to convert people elsewhere.
Suppose, yes. Then we have an accord master, whatever the hell your name was.
Moon something or other.
Moon something or other.
Was it Moon Shadow? Moon.
Sexy.
Moonsmith.
Moonsmith.
Yeah, that.
Moonson.
Yeah.
Moonsmith.
Keith Moon.
Drummer Moonsmith. Ragni Moonsmith.
Ragni.
I also forgot, before you parted ways with them, Elenil and the leaders of the army gave you some supplies.
We do like supplies.
Motherfucker.
So I'm assuming they would give this to either probably Calderax, but maybe Malzare, a scroll of lesser restoration.
Ooh, spicy.
They would also give you a potion of greater healing each.
Okay.
As well as a concoction made from enhanced brain cap mushrooms.
Could you add those to the inventories?
I will add this to the inventories for you, yes. The enhanced brain cap mushroom, when consumed or administered to someone else as an action, acts as a greater restoration. If you consume an enhanced brain cap, you also receive advantage on the next madness saving throw that you need to make within the next hour.
Oh, fuck yeah.
However, the brain cap mushrooms are potent, and if you consume more than one in a 24-hour period, you immediately gain 1d4 levels of madness.
Madness.
So don't overdose on mushrooms.
Oh, we gonna get high.
But yeah, you've got that. You've got a mushroom that will act as a greater restoration for the purposes of restoring madness effects.
Yeah.
As well
Which
as
is ominous. Very, very ominous.
yeah, it's fine. And so Vragni and the ghost dwarves agree to meet you at the battlefield when the time comes.
Well, have we been given means of communication with, like, the...
You haven't.
Okay. In which case we'll have to get a message back to them then.
The drow that are with you will head back because they aren't heading down the underdoor.
Oh, as long as the message gets back, that's all I'm worried about, so that we can...
So they will deliver your message to the frontline forces and...
Yeah, keeping our peeps safe. We've gained this, but at this cost, so we just need to reshuffle.
Yeah. And so, as the drow head back, you head to the meeting location for the Underdoor, which is a river.
The underchavs.
And as you arrive at the river, a drow wizard stands in the warm torrent of water that rushes past a rent in the cavern floor. He points to the rush of river that heads underground. This may take us to the River of Blood. The Lake of Blood. If so, we must know that it is the right way. This will be a way...
That sounds like a fucking metal river, mate.
This will be a way within Myra Madra unseen. But to do so, we will need to traverse the depths. Can you see in the dark and survive without air?
I mean, we can
In the dark, yeah.
I think Hal can survive without air, right? Or is he...
Hal nods, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can survive
How
without
can't
it.
see in the dark.
Yeah, you can all
But
do
can
one of those
survive.
two things.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any sort of spells that would allow for that kind of dealio. Pretty sure I don't.
Well, then I have a way that will allow you to, but it's a little painful.
Go on.
Oh, great.
He pulls out reaches inside his long wizard robe and pulls out a jar with 4 or 5 tadpole-like creatures swimming around inside some form of water.
What are those?
What are those?
These are Grapdol symbiotes.
Do I know of that?
They're who the
roll
what
a
now?
thing?
None of you would have heard of them.
Okay.
They're an underdark creature. They make their way to the spinal cord. And once they are there, they give a number of advantages. First, you sprout gills and are able to breathe both air and water. Secondly, whoever is host to a Grapdol gains telepathy to a range of 60 feet, which would allow us to communicate under the water.
Okay.
And your ability to see in the dark, if you possess it, would increase by about 30 feet.
Okay.
And if you don't possess it?
You would be able to see in the dark for about 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
They survive in the host body for about 2 hours.
Ugh.
That's
which
not a
point-
lot of time.
At which point they will then pass through the host's body naturally. And after that, the benefits are lost.
So we'd have them for a little while and then they'd...
It's not a permanent change. It's also not a pleasant start.
No, doesn't sound like it.
It's very painful for about 30 seconds.
There's no other options, I take it.
If you could all breathe underwater, then we wouldn't need them. But unfortunately...
If only we had a druid on side. Oh well.
If only we'd thought to find Fenthwick.
If only. lads.
He opens the jar and holds it out to you.
What do we do with them? Do we just let them do their thing, or
I mean,
swallow
I
them, or
find
stick
swallowing
in the nose,
them, swallowing them is the easiest route.
How many
Okay.
times have you done this?
Pardon?
Personally, as few times as I can.
That's not a number.
Okay, yeah, but you happy?
Twice.
Okay.
This will be the third time, I guess.
Well, just shoves his hand in the jar, grabs one, and just chucks it in mouth.
Tsar.
Yeah. I would take one pretty quickly as soon as Cal's got one. And join, because she doesn't want to see what the pain looks like before she faces it.
I assume that Hal would very quickly join in with Pyrolus.
I would
imagine
assume.
he'd follow, yeah. As soon as Pie's done it, I imagine he'd go, well, okay, fuck it.
It is agonizingly painful for about 30 seconds as it burrows into your spinal cords. And then there's a very weird sensation as gills open on your neck, and you just start breathing through your necks without the intervention of the mouth.
Through the pain part, Kaldrak just literally just like almost scrunches his eyes closed and just bears it. And then once breathing through Netiquette goes, this is weird.
This is weird? Really?
What? As opposed to what?
As opposed to, like, everything else we've experienced.
Well, I've never breathed through my neck before, so sue me.
I mean... We're like fucking mermen now.
Well,
You know,
Yeah.
I've heard on the streets and stuff that people have been doing this thing where they've been writing their own stories, but kind of like in a... I think they call it alternative universe, and they put themselves as, like, different races or just in different worlds. So this can be our... Well, we'll abbreviate it, AU. This can be our merman AU kind of thing. You know?
sure, why not?
Yeah, sure. I imagine as soon as Hal has gills, he's in the water having a whale of a time.
To be fair,
Although
as
technically he doesn't need gills.
he didn't need the
Yeah,
gills,
gills
but he
funky.
can now see in the dark, and also, like, he could have probably got away without doing the very painful bit. Especially as you guys could have given him a light. But then he wouldn't be able to communicate with you. And it's at this point you realise that Hal's voice is in your heads.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's like hell on earth. It's like hell on earth. This is what my hell is going to be like. This is.
Cal. Cal. Imagine he's just being an absolute pain in the ass.
Let's get this over with. The sooner this is over, the sooner we're out of the water, the sooner this tadpole thing's gone, and we can get on with our lives.
Yep. Let's go. Time's ticking.
I really want to read this next text box exactly as it's written, but I will fix spelling errors in it.
Pronounce spelling errors.
Following.
Are they that bad that they're pronounceable?
I said they've used a different word. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Okay.
The drow wizard that is coming with you has also swallowed a very painful tadpole
Yeah.
and follows you along through the current.
Mate, I've got a question, mate. Does that mean when this is all over, we're gonna give birth to a frog or something?
The symbiote passes away, and you'll just sort of
Inside us?
yes.
Then where does it go?
You expel it in your natural
Oh,
movements.
I'm pooping out a fucking tadpole. Great. Never fucking thought I'd be saying that.
I'm sure at this point Hal would have gone, "You poop it out!"
Just gets a piece of paper out. Dear Morgs, today I fucking pooped a tadpole out. Where the fuck have we gone with our lives, mate? Love Miles Ray.
What even is my life now? Have a good time. I'll speak to you soon.
Oh my Christ.
Following the current drags you round a corner, and the passage opens up suddenly into a dimly lit underwater cavern. I don't actually have a map of an underwater cavern, but I do have a cavern that has some water in it. So we're going to go with that as being underwater. Can I do the thing where it looks...
That's an underwater lake.
Do I have the thing on here somewhere where I can make it look underwater?
It's where the sediment settles.
You have a wibbly effect.
I did have a wibbly effect.
Wibbly wobbly
Do I
time
still
wobbly.
have a wibbly effect is my main question at the moment. I don't think I do. But anyway, this is an underwater cavern.
Okay.
We'll
We're
go
doing
with
all
it.
underwater.
A whirl of bubbles descends into a crack in the floor to one side, amidst a cluster of bricks and shattered statues. A pillar holds up the ceiling with carved entrances that mark it as the ruin of a former drow enclave. A shimmer of Ferez dances along the surface as 5 humanoid figures swim out of the pillar. A voice echoes in your mind so loudly that blood drips from your nose.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping!
Welcome, all who would trespass.
Oh.
And the drow wizard following you stops with a frantic look. No, it cannot be.
Dad?
Are we meant to be on a different map?
You will be about to be on a different map.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
That was, let me double check the map to see if he's on it first. Okay, that's how that map should look. Okay, never mind. This'll do. That was an aboleth.
An apple what?
I roll to see if I know what that is.
Yeah, can I roll to see if I know what that is? I mean, I know what that is, but I need to roll to see if Calder.
Yeah, roll me a nature or arcana.
We get a roll for how as well.
It makes no difference what I roll. It's the same bonus.
Nice.
11.
Oh, fuck you, Hal!
Yes.
Somehow, through some fucked up knowledge, Hal knows where we all dress her as goat.
Yes. Hal looks shocked that he has somehow read about this somewhere.
Wait, I know things? Oh my god, I know things.
Hal is also now apparently a Valley girl from the 90s.
Yeah.
Shut the
My God, you'll never guess what I know.
Listen, his voice is hard to do.
An aboleth is a giant psychic octopus-like creature.
Ew.
Oh.
Um,
Ew.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I believe Amy may have just looked one up.
No.
No, shut up.
and if I bring you to this map, you should be able to see
Look at him all the way down there. Look at that little bastard. Ah, look at him.
an aboleth
Aw. Cute.
Oh, hell.
at the far end of your now 90 feet of dark vision.
Alright. Ugh. And these guys.
Why are you here?
Felt like it.
See through. Yeah. Yep. Just gonna head on through and get out your hair, your tentacles, your whatever.
We're just on our way through. We don't mean to stay. We didn't mean to intrude either.
Where are you passing through to?
The shops.
Into Maladra.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I know that place. My slaves come from there, and the orc group sort of swims a bit closer to you.
Oh, hell. They look lovely. You keep good company, mate.
Thank you. You may prove yourselves useful.
Yeah, well, actually, we're kind of a bit pushed for time, so I think we'll be going.
Well, I mean, I can't just allow that.
Of course you can't.
You could. In all honesty, you can.
Yeah, consider it, mate.
You're
Like,
your own aboleth. You're your own aboleth. You're capable of your own decisions. You can let
I
us
mean,
through.
I have the passageway that you need to pass through into Myra Madra. This one. And you can see the tentacle points down to it.
Yeah. So you can just let us go straight past and straight in. It's all good.
Yes, I would, but there are two conditions. First, I require 100 slaves.
Right?
I do not care who. I mean, not demons, they're icky, and the undead are so useless. Second, prove your worth as allies.
Right. How do we do that?
Fight my slaves.
So you want 100 slaves, but you want us to kill those current slaves you have.
Yes, I want 100 new slaves. If these
But surely if we
slaves
just-
are
surely-
so useless that they will die, they are no good
Oh.
to me.
Surely, if you just let us pass, then we only need to get you 95 new slaves. What is that? It was 5 of them, wasn't it? Yes. You only need to get you 95 new slaves. And that will be easier. There's a war on, don't you know?
Oh yes, you can send me the survivors. I don't care which side.
I mean, preferably the enemy side, but
Well, not demons. Not the
yeah,
undead.
we've gone over. They're icky.
Yes.
uh-huh.
I mean, if you don't want to ally with me, you could serve me well.
We're not to do that. We're kind of busy.
Yeah, like, mate, this is a Wendy's kind of deal. You know, we just kind of wanted to pass through. We're not really.
We're like, we're really busy right now. It's like,
Yeah.
we've got a lot on.
I mean, it's
You know,
really one or the other.
I mean, we're booked up until like, we're booked up for like the next like few years. So, there's no like does the whole kind of like shaking the top half of his body side to side.
You're here now.
Yes, we are here now,
You
and
can
we're planning. Oh,
You can either ally with me, prove your worth as an ally, or prove your usefulness as a slave. Which do you prefer?
with this telepathy we've got, can we like literally? Is it just like an open broadcast, or is it like we can like
You can
just like
ping specific people.
ping specific people? I proceed to ping my specific people, my friends, or we could kill him.
I mean, this is true. Can we?
So I don't
How
particularly.
wide is the cave further down? Like, will he be able to follow us, or is there a smaller passage to get through, or anything like that, John?
There's a crevasse in the floor. You don't know how narrow it gets if he could follow you through it. He can definitely follow you through the opening at the end here if you could get to it.
Okay. I was going to say, if there was some sort of narrow bit we could slip through, we could do some sort of spell on him as a distraction, like Mal's managed before.
Yeah.
Oh. But no, if he can chase us, we can't hold that up easily. I don't know. Can't brain. Like IRL, can't brain. So
Caldrax as a person will not like the idea of trying to gather 100 slaves for this.
no, Pi wouldn't want to do that either. But
While he doesn't want to have to kill these particular slaves that we've got down here now, it's like it's better to kill these 5 and kill it rather than try and get 100 slaves for it.
yeah, although Pi is I am weighing up whether we'd have to go somewhere to get the slaves. There's another route out. We don't have to come back through here. And I'm trying to figure out what he could do if we don't return with the slaves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the brain isn't
cooperating.
Yeah, the brain just isn't. just full stop. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I'm trying to weigh up is actually, can we, in essence, lie / intend to, but just then change our mind and not. But I don't know. Neither myself nor Pi know enough about what this being can do to know whether that would backfire or not. But that would mean what? So if we're getting slaves, we don't have to kill the 5? Oh no, we did have to kill the 5.
You have to kill the 5 to prove that you are good allies.
And then he's expecting slaves
Yes.
once we've killed the 5. Or we're gonna have to kill him.
Because he's going to try and enslave us if we don't agree to his term.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going to end up killing these 5.
Yeah.
In which case, I'd be inclined to say, we'll say that we're getting the 100.
The only thing I worry about is what it might be able to do to force us to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to, I mean, out of character, I know a fair deal about aboleths, but obviously this is a particular aboleth of this particular encounter, so it might have extra things that I don't know about.
Yeah.
And they do tend to have shit to make you do stuff.
Speaking of shit that it has to make you do stuff. So far, Calderax and Malzray have spoken with it.
Yeah.
Calderax,
Yeah.
what is your greatest desire?
Malzray?
Mouser. He just generally Mouser.
Malzray,
You choose what you want.
Malzray, what is your greatest desire?
My greatest desire.
In this moment, in this place, in this time, right now.
That our group has a happy ending. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have a happy ending.
So if it wants to give what Mouser desires, it has to let us go by and not bother her.
Malzray, you hear its voice in your head. I can ensure that you don't have a sad ending in this cave.
Can I respond in the mind, or would I
Yeah.
have to speak? How?
Just fight my slaves. Send me some new ones. I will let you pass unharmed.
You know I'm not buying a word of this, right?
I only speak the truth.
Just because, yeah, I know.
I mean, I'll fight your slaves if they're gonna get in the way.
Your allies, your companions, your golden tooth. Do you
So
have
our
any
character-
bite in the golden tooth?
Just out of character, do we want to fight these slaves, or we don't care?
As in, fight the slaves.
Yeah, the ones that are in the way right now.
I mean, regardless, I think we're going to have to.
Alright, well... Mal will pull out the rapier
Okay.
and just looks at the slaves.
Good.
doesn't reply to him.
Calderax in your head. He's ready for you. He's ready to fight. He's ready for so much more. Just to protect you and them. Are you worthy to protect him?
Well, I'm always going to protect him. Won't protect you, though.
I don't need protection. I need slaves.
You might. We're going to have to kill these guys regardless.
Yes. If you fight my slaves, I will stay back. I will let you pass.
Really now?
You can go and get me 100 new slaves.
I just say that the cramming them all into this one little cave is going to be
I have
really
space.
cramped.
I have space. This
That
column
seems
goes
weird.
up higher into other rooms.
Oh, you've got a flat.
I have a lot of caves.
East is conversation and is prepared to fight. Should the signal be given, aka someone fucking attacks them.
So, Pi would be against getting him slaves, and Hal would 100% be against getting him slaves.
Yeah. I mean, in private broadcast, we could possibly just kill these 5, and then when he least expected, we attack him when he's alone.
I think that might be our only choice. I'm not getting him slaves.
Neither am I.
We're all agreed then.
Regardless, no slaving rules.
Perilous
Everyone's not.
in your head. You're very quiet. You're happy to let them speak for you.
You won't say anything.
On a queen.
Well,
I'm pretty sure by this point Hal would have already started telling this thing its life story.
shut him up.
Yeah, Hal would be literally.
At the point, actually, if Hal is just giving a torrent of how we're going to be best friends with him, but we can't really. So, well, if you just let us by without problem, he won't be able to talk to you anymore.
I feel like more likely Hal would be going, well, that's not very nice, is it? Keeping slaves isn't nice. That's just a horrible thing to do. Why would you do that to people?
I remember I had a friend who had slaves, and so he stubbed his foot, and it was really bad.
Roll me what the fuck is the roll for annoy the aboleth with how check?
John, that was a swear word.
I feel that if ever I run D&D, I'm gonna have aggravate as a charisma.
That'd be brilliant. Probably I'd say like a charisma check.
The only thing that you could possibly be.
Something kind of in a way, almost persuasive about it, of being,
Yeah.
like, so annoying.
It's so annoying as
That you're-
persuade.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Slightly gutted Michael isn't here to be having this conversation, because I really
Yeah.
want to hear it.
But I believe we are channeling.
I
Channeling
think there's a
Hal.
lot of what Hal would have said here. If
Yeah.
Michael were here, I think a lot of what you guys have said would be being said. A few minutes pass.
We hear a sobbing voice in our head. Just please, God.
And the voice enters all of your heads again so loudly that it causes a trickle of blood to come from your nose. Just shut him up.
Well, no.
Fight.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Fight my slaves and leave. You don't need to replace them.
Literally, blood pouring from nose. He's just like, I've never loved Hal more than I have today.
I also need to ask Hal what his greatest desire is, and I think it's Pyrolis, isn't it?
Yep. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's Pyrolis
That and
or
a
a
simple
breeze.
life.
Fireless or like a nice open field with a lovely breeze. One of the two. Or both.
Probably both.
I feel that would be a very
Sat on a hillside with Pyrolis with a nice breeze.
He truly loves you, you know. You just hear in your head, Pyrolis.
I know.
He truly loves you. As you say, you know. What do you truly desire, Pyrolis?
At this point, would be family, which would include Hal.
Oh, but not us. No, it's okay.
You lot are so sickly sweet. There's a cavity in the golden tooth.
We're adorable, aren't we?
Fine, fight them and be done with it. At this point, I will remind you
Plungers. Oh, go on, carry on.
I will remind you the rules of fighting underwater.
Yes.
Yes.
Any attack with a melee weapon, if you don't have a swimming speed,
Yeah.
which none of you have a swimming speed at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
is at disadvantage unless you are using a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Because it is really difficult to move any other weapon through the water.
Okay, I think I have
It is.
The Pyramol can be different shapes, can't it?
Correct.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ranged weapon attacks automatically miss beyond the normal range of the weapon, and even if they are within the normal range, the first range bracket of a ranged weapon attack, you are at disadvantage unless you are using a crossbow, net, or weapon that is thrown like a javelin. Also, swimming speeds, when you don't have a swimming speed, your speed is halved.
So everyone's got 15 feet apart from Hal, who has, 57 still.
How is only at 30 feet.
Oh,
no. Yeah, I will conjure the Pyramol, and I imagine it would be like a trident-y kind of still ruby encrusted trident, I think.
Right. Need to find out what the trident
Need a new weapon. Woo.
Items. I want a trident.
And a head bolts and flippers.
And then on that trident, we're going to give it... what is the Pyramals? D6 fire.
I don't quite know how the fire works underwater, but we'll see. Still going to, I assume, on the end be burningly hot. So.
Oh yes. So could you all roll me initiatives?
Oh my god, girl! Oh, we're gonna be killing some slaves. Guess I gotta go back to chaotic evil. Bitch. I see that I've been changed to true neutral now. Honestly, Maserati stopped being chaotic evil like fucking 2 years ago. Where's initiative? There is. Oh, could be better.
How?
Power snuck just in front of me.
Nice music.
How is gonna surge forward to protect, and we're gonna get a couple of unarmed strikes at disadvantage. Nope. Nope. And then, do we want to spend a key point? How many does he have at the moment?
He probably wouldn't this early on, I don't think, would he?
No.
You should have both, surely.
10 right now. Yeah, we're going to save them for now. So, next up it is, if I actually press the start the fight button. It's a crazy idea, I know. This orc.
Hi, Orc Man.
Who's going to swim up and swing a great axe at Hal.
You big jerk.
And misses, because apparently I'm only going to roll 11s. Pyrolis.
Hello. So I've got. Okay, I can do 15, but I don't actually need to, because I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
This
new
one...
thing, you'll now see a ghost of where your token was at the start of the round.
Ooh, well that's handy.
The ghost of Tireless Cars.
Yeah. I'm gonna trident it. So I do the...
You should have a trident.
Yeah. Attack normal.
A 17 will hit.
And am I doing damage or versatile?
Damage.
And normal. Feeling like a train.
Wait, did I do... I did a thing wrong, didn't I?
Quite possibly. There's a lot of numbers going on there.
There's 1d6 plus 1 plus 2d6 plus 2d6.
I don't know how that happened. Where did that other 2d6 come from?
I don't know.
The second 2d6 loses me 2 4s. So you take 8 off it? Is that?
I can't work out where that other d6 has like the first 2d6 has come from. Because there's 1d6 because that's the damage of a trident.
Yeah.
Oh well. Carry on.
So, same again.
You have a second attack, yes.
Okay. I can just click the... Have you changed anything on that?
No.
Or... Okay. Attack normal.
That'll also hit.
Damage normal.
Okay.
So what's that actually doing? Like, so you're taking off the middle 2d6s?
I'm not sure what that 2d6 is coming from, so I'm assuming it's meant to be there at the moment.
Okay.
So I assume the 1d6 is the normal roll, the normal damage of the trident. Plus 1. Then is it a magic weapon, maybe? Was there no magic weapon?
No,
just
I just dropped a standard trident on to the character sheet, so
I have no idea how that's working out.
I'm assuming it's coming from some feature or something that Pyrolis is meant to have.
I can't. Did they have? I mean, what kind of warlock is
Hexblade.
Hexblade.
Did it possibly be adding Hexblade's curse automatically? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. No idea.
Anyway,
No idea.
what happens if I do that? For next
Uh-oh.
round, we'll find out. But also, it should be on that. Right. Calderax.
Hello.
Hi.
I have no idea what the fuck I can actually do.
Swear profusely at it.
I mean, yeah, you can swear profusely at things. Just in general, just beam profanity out 60 feet. Anyone with a brain.
Are my spells affected by this watery doom?
They aren't, really.
Oh. So I'm eating a pan of chocolate at the same time.
I mean, that would be getting very damp.
Yeah.
No. They're pretty moist as it is.
Yeah, fair.
And now everyone watching on the stream
Moist.
hates me because I used the word moist.
Moist.
It's moist.
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 What?
You know, Cal, sometimes you make me feel a bit moist.
Good.
Anyway, carrying on.
Hey, you
We did.
started it.
We
Yeah,
did
so
start.
we're carrying on.
Wonderful.
Once I've done what I'm going to do, we can continue saying moist a lot.
Well, you can. I'm going to hit people with orcs.
Thank you.
Try to.
Or hit. I think what I'm going to do is... I could try and do a guiding bolt. We know how often that fails fantastically. No one's taking any damage yet.
Nope.
Very gentless. I feel I've got I have none of my spells now because I've evidently not got anything prepared. So
Oh crap.
I got I don't know what I've got in my higher level stuff.
You're on 5th level now, right?
Yeah.
I'll get that for you.
That's the problem, is that I know what spells I get for my. I think what it's done is it's got all my spells that I have prepared as standard
Yeah?
for being a
Path of the
grave
yeah.
cleric.
Yeah.
But everything else is gone, so I have no idea.
It's okay. I will save you 5th level. Ah, okay. You get.
I get
What you
everything.
choose. You get Commune, Contagion, Dawn, Dispel Evil and Good, Flame Strike, Gias, Great Restoration, Hallow, Holy Weapon, Insect Plague, Legend Lore, Mass Cure Wounds, Planar Binding, Raise Dead Scrying, and Summon Celestial.
I feel like it should be like some sort. We should have like done the beat for the poker rap like over that.
Commune, Contagion, Dawn, Dispel Evil and Good, Flame Strike, Gias, Great Restoration.
It works. Right. I think the best thing to do is to try and do a guiding bolt to like help hit one of these things. Hang on, let me go back up to. So Hal was hitting with disadvantage because
he's
punching through
underwater.
water. So if I try to guiding bolt the one he is currently fighting, I'm going to attempt to do that. Yeah, just a regular normal level one. No, natural one. There we go.
No.
The guiding bolt just explodes against the wall.
Is there anything else I can do as a bonus? A Brucey bonus. I'm going to assume that Malzere is going to possibly use his normal tactic of using his ability to turn invisible. So I'm not going to do any sort of... I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying that I've got Shield of Faith that I could put on someone.
You're not going to buff him.
I don't think I'm going to do it onto Malzere because the likelihood of him being hit is unlikely. Yeah. So I'm going to Shield of Faith. I think I can do it up to 60 feet according to this. Yeah, 60 feet. Anyway, 60 feet. So I'm going to Shield of Faith because he, I believe, has the lowest of the ACs.
That's me, yeah.
That is correct, yes.
So yeah, I will Shield of Faith House. So he has a +2 to his AC for the and
means they now tie in armor class.
Yay! And
this guy is gonna swim 5, 10. Yeah. No, he's gonna go 5, 10.
No,
15.
please don't go over there. No.
That is as far as he can swim. I was going to say that surely they're on the same issues.
Oh yeah, they are. They have the same problems. As much as
flip them off.
Being near the aboleth means they can breathe underwater, doesn't mean they can swim in it. Pyrolis, an axe swings and doesn't hit you.
Yay!
5, 10,
He swings
15.
that it whiffs completely.
Another axe swings. And doesn't hit Hal either. You both move through the water, sort of Matrix-like slow motion as the axe tries to carve through the water. Malzere.
Well, unfortunately, Cal, you were wrong. Because now these little dudes are in a perfect line.
Well then.
Uh-oh.
Ta-da!
Synaptic static.
Synaptic static. That will go there. They'll have to make a saving throw.
It's fine. Orcs are well known for their intelligence.
No!
This time, yes. Well, that one, at least.
Okay, fuck. If that was going to apply to all of them, I would have actually peed.
That one. Why are these
My
guys rolling
God.
so well on intelligence? God damn it!
What? Okay, well, the one that failed has to roll d6 and take that away from its rolls, but they all take damage, which is that much. That was bad.
Yeah, there were 2 1s there.
Listen, it's the first time I'm using this. I'm trying my best.
I know you are. He's just
You're
kind of like
making
pat.
fun of me.
I'll make fun of you. You did very well. You do.
Don't patronize me. But yeah, that's happened.
And in there, it's even weirder because it's just like them 2 hearing it, and no mouths are moving or anything like that. We're just gesticulating wildly.
Target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of its turn, ending the effect on self and a success. Cool. And then I will give my new fresh D10 bargic inspiration.
Dick inspirational woo. I will give that to Hal because I just want to help a little blowout.
Okay.
There we go. Have a little
A
treat on
woo.
me.
A woo. We'll make sure he is looked after. A woo.
So let me just get this. He, during that time, rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from attack rolls and ability checks.
Boy.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be fun for this raid
His
axe.
chance of hitting has gone down drastically.
I've just noticed, though, they have multi-attack and should be attacking twice.
Shit. Okay. And that was with the -6? Fuck.
It was you only rolled like a 2 on the d6.
Meh.
-2.
Well, that still applies if he doesn't.
He does just hit. So Hal takes 18 points of great axing damage.
Now, that's not very kosher, is it?
You call this a bagel? Looking at -2. Well, at least that time it was like a lot.
Good.
That one doesn't hit.
Oh.
Round 2.
How
How do you do?
swims under and over.
He's gonna try and punch the grundle.
He's going to try and punch with the advantage he gets for punching the one that he is flanking, cancelling out the disadvantage for punching underwater. And manages to hit twice.
Yeah.
Biggity boom.
And that will be his turn. And the one that is currently sandwiched goes next, and he is going to swing at each of the people either side of him. Pyrolus, he swings for a 12.
Nope.
And How, he swings for a 12.
Okay.
Pyrolus.
One. I'm not at disadvantage, am I?
You aren't at disadvantage because you're using a trident.
So you'll be at advantage.
So you'll
if
be
you
at
attack the one in front of
advantage if you attack the one that you and How are flanking.
Yeah, I think I'd just rather get him dealt with.
Deal with him.
Yeah. That one. Oh, I did normal. Oh well.
I mean, you hit, but do you want to roll again and see if you crit?
Just smacking at the normal in there.
Never mind.
Okay.
No. 22.
But roll the damage.
The damage.
Le damage.
Whatever you changed took the extra 2d6
Took the extra
off.
d6 away, so I guess
I don't know
they
what you
weren't meant
changed.
to be there.
I don't know what you changed, so I don't know.
I took away I took away the d6 I had added to it. So I guess it has just assumed that you were using the Pyamul turned into a trident. Somehow. I don't
Okay.
know. Carry on.
Well, anyhow.
Smack something else.
What's the one to the left?
He is the one that failed the synaptic static roll, so his attack rolls are at a negative d6.
I'm going to attack the one to the right then.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
That was so close to a 20.
natural 20.
Yeah.
But that does hit.
And damage. There you go.
You swing the trident through the water and slam it into him, and he takes some damage.
Yeah.
Calderax.
I don't much care for this gentleman coming up to see me. You see me and Malzere. So I'm going to try to blight his ass.
Okay. I mean, he'd really rather you didn't.
I mean, it's a constitution, which I'm going to... The orcs are fairly decent at, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's only going to take...
Half of all of these.
25 damage for him.
He takes 25 damage.
And... Honestly, I don't believe anyone's really taken too much damage. I know that Hal has taken a little bit, but not much.
Hal has taken a little bit of damage.
But I don't believe that's worth using a spell right now.
No. I don't think so. I've got lay on hands as well if I needed to.
So I am going to... I think I'm going to leave my thing there because I'm still concentrating on Shield of Faith.
Okay.
He's less likely to be hit anyway. And
Okay.
We are going to attempt... This guy comes up and he's going to attempt to Great Axe. First of all, Malzere with a 21.
Yeah.
Is that great axe?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to imagine now how that would flick through the water.
Poorly.
Yeah.
15 damage to Malzere.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for Calderax, he swings the Great Axe for a 21.
21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. Yeah, that'll be it.
Oh,
So that-
did the Orc Chief before make the intelligence save?
This wasn't caught. This was the one guy that wasn't caught in your synaptic static.
No, I mean like the one that.
Oh
did.
wait, he has had a turn, hasn't he? Yes,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And everything.
he did have a turn. I forgot to make this.
He did. Tut tut. Whoa.
I shall go ahead and apply the damage for this hit, and I shall roll a concentration check.
He did
fails.
not.
Yay. Boink.
I believe I lose concentration with that.
You
I think.
do.
Or is it? So, Owl is no longer affected
How
by
is-
the...
How is no longer Shield of Faith.
No.
this guy is going to swing at Pyrolis.
Nope.
And also at Pyrolis.
Nope. That was also really dramatic how they rolled across my screen then, because they hit each other and one got flung backwards.
That guy swings twice at Hal, who dodges cleanly out of the way. Malzare.
Okay, well, you seem to have this very well handled, so I think what I'll do is I'm gonna cast Bane at the 3 guys who aren't affected by Sepnetic Static.
Okay. They make a charisma save? Yes.
Charisma, yeah. Watch them all pass now.
Red Bane at a glance and red Bake.
He fails? Yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
that was
so
nearly a
close.
20 on my screen.
Yes, same. Oh, flawless.
So, they don't do well.
And then I will give Bardic Inspiration to Pyrolis this time.
Go.
Why don't I have a Bane effect?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, you angered the boundary gods. That's why.
I'll give him this one. Not you, you're dead. Okay.
I always keep thinking that's the friggin' Saw theme. Da 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 da.
This guy is going to take a swing at Pyrolis.
I have to dig my Saw movies out now.
Oh, beautiful.
And then another swing. I didn't need to put that in the chat again, but I did. At Hal. These orcs aren't doing great.
No.
Hal is going to risk one attack of opportunity by swimming to here.
Just one of the Bane.
Yes. Ah,
Oh,
He rolled well.
crap.
Although the Bane was high.
but the roll was also.
Oh dear.
Oh, hecky.
Oh, that. Fuck.
That was a lot of health.
Is he dead?
No. That was over half his health gone though. He is now at 28 health.
Not so good.
But he's going to swing at the Synaptic Static guy with advantage. Well, with normal.
Yay! Proud of you.
Well, no, those is not a crit. Yeah.
And then it is the dead guy's turn, so he's dead. And then it is
He's gonna-
Pyrolus's turn.
How much health has Hal got?
How is it 28 out of 68?
Yeah, that ain't gonna do. I'm gonna
Your
swim
turn.
to here.
Okay.
So I'll get attack of opportunity off of that guy.
He already used his turn this turn.
No, you can't. You can't.
And I will lay on hands. How?
Okay. How much are you giving him?
Slap
I'm
him.
just going to give him the full whack of 30.
You just swim over and... How do you lay on hands him? Slap him on the cheek?
Hand on shoulder and say, you got this. Like, in our heads.
Okay. Anything you want
And
to
then
do as a
proceed
bonus
to-
action? Because lay on hands is an action.
Yeah, what bonus type debris do I have?
I have a few spells you can do, but I can't remember.
So you could Vow of Enmity, which gives you advantage on attack rolls against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you until it drops unconscious or a minute's up. You could Hexblade Curse.
And we got the D10 as well.
And you could
The other thing I could do would be
Hunter's
to
Mark.
yeah. Let's Vow of Enmity.
Vow of
Actually, no, I'm not
Enmity.
going to do anything. We're getting through these quite okay, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's
I think I'm
that's
just-
an option.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that.
Calyrax.
No. This guy is like right here now.
He is
I think-
right there.
I think I'm going to attempt to inflict wounds upon him.
Okay.
So I need to do that. I need to attempt an attack. Although if I were to move around the back of him, would I be advantage on this? Technically, it's like a touching thing.
Yeah.
I move around and I try to touch. Try to fall.
You touch.
Take out the damage now. 40.
Did you just barf dice on the playing field?
Yes.
He takes a lot of damage.
There's a lot of damage.
He is not happy, but he's still standing.
And so Hal has now been healed.
He is at
Not from-
58 out of 68.
So yeah, he's okay for now, I feel. But I will, after I've moved there, attacked. I'm then going to move back. Actually, no, Christian, I can't move back, can I?
No.
5, 10. I can move back to like there.
Yes.
So that's 5, 10, 15.
That's sensible.
So yeah. And I don't think there's really anything I can do for a bonus. I could attempt Shield of Faith again, but now that I'm toe to toe with a orc, it seems like a silly thing to do. You want a creature range against. Sorry, I'm quickly reading it. I'm quickly reading a spell. No, I think I'm not gonna use my bonus.
Okay.
Then,
This guy is going to swing a great axe at Hal. Not Hal. Cal. Does a 5
Which person? What was that? A Cal or a Mal?
That was a Cal, sorry.
5. Let me just quickly check. It's no.
Meanwhile, Mal, does an 11 hit you? Cool.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
5, 10.
Sorry, I was distracted by the fact that I'm being so cool the fact it didn't hit me. Yeah.
He is also baned.
It's a big old no, I think.
Pyrolus, the axe cuts through the water near you again.
Yep.
You know it's there.
They're whiffing it a lot.
This guy is gonna attack the How.
Oh, that is concentration. Huh. Whatever.
Wham. Cool.
Wow.
Cool. Malzare.
Me, I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Okay.
The guy in front of me.
Okay. Let's see how wise an orc is feeling.
Very.
Very.
Fabulous. And he has to move away from me. Oh, that's awful.
However, he has to move as far as his speed allows away from you,
Which means Cal can hit him then, can't he?
is 15 feet. Cal, would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
We'll attempt to. Did I? I'm not taking anything like that. So I'll have to just try Macy attack with disadvantage. Nah.
Just misses, unfortunately.
Oh, it's okay.
Is that your turn, Mal? Any bonus
Oh, yeah.
actions? Yeah. No.
Nope.
Cool.
I can't because I'm gonna hold on to my last bardic inspiration just in case.
Okay. Then we've got Mr. Great Axe with the Synaptic Static, who's gonna swing at Pyrolus for a 11,
No.
and at How for a 5. 2 nat 20s in there. Two nat 20s.
Not that the nat 20s would have mattered for you anyway.
No. How is gonna move to here. Does get him an attack of opportunity from this guy, who is the Synaptic Static guy. Doesn't matter.
Ba do 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 do.
La 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 la.
Pyrolis.
I love how every time it's get ready, you're next. It's your turn.
It's because there's the dead guy.
Yeah. Well, doing the usual.
Smoky hoo!
Doing the stabbings. That was the guy between me and Hal, by the way.
You're at advantage.
Oh yeah, I've done that again. There you go, have the other one.
We'll go with the 13. It misses, unfortunately. But
Okay, and then I get a second attack.
Misses by better. Yep.
And I do advantage this time.
Or 14, apparently.
I mean, how do you feel about 14?
The 14 with your pluses does hit.
Woo! Okay. Damage, normal.
17.
Yeah, the guy between me and Hal.
Okay. He takes some damage.
And wondering about whether to do a Wrathful Smite? So I can put that on my weapon ready for the next time that I
Yeah.
hit with it. Yeah. What I will do.
Okay.
I won't click it until
you hit with it.
yeah.
I think technically you'd have to because you have to concentrate on it.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, click it now, and then we'll remember to add the damage. Just in case one of them manages to hit you.
Yeah.
It's unlikely, but
The track record so far, but you know.
Caldorax.
oh god, it's my turn now. I think I'm going to try and blight that one that just ran away from us
Okay.
again because I want him dead.
I mean, reasonable.
I want him fucking dead. So I'm going to attempt. I'm going to attempt a regular blight or no, just regular level blight. Just once again, he's probably going to make it, but Constitution save from him.
Yeah, he makes it.
The
Close.
problem is that there's spells that need con saves. It's annoying. But half of 31
Okay.
and 15 apparently.
He takes a lot of damage.
And I'm going to 5. No, 5'10". Just going to move like slightly behind.
Okay.
Malzere.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to do anything with bonus action? I think once again I'm going to leave bonus actions because and to conserve. Yeah. Oof.
This guy's going to go 5, 10, 15. He didn't really appreciate being told to run away. Cool.
Awesome.
15?
15 Malzere?
15 Mel?
It does hit, yeah. Just.
You take 19 points of damage
Oh.
as the great axe sinks in.
Okay.
You also need to make me a concentration check.
Wait, I think. Hang on, let me check something real quick. I got so many things! Ah! Where's the bloody thing that's the thing and the thing and the other thing and.
But you're not narrowing it down.
Yeah, you.
And yeah, the 10 million thing. It's somewhere. It's buried in here somewhere. Because I have the feature, but I can't remember what it does. Mage Slayer, that's it. Just double check if that does anything. I don't think it does, but still.
No, I think it's only if like someone casts like spells at you or whatever.
Yeah.
Although,
It's only because one of my other characters has it, but he's got.
isn't there
like,
something
10
about
uses.
maintaining concentration?
When
Diffuses
you
disadvantage
damage a
on saving throw.
target
Yeah.
that is
Yeah, I was-
concentrating, they are at disadvantage.
So Bane
Ah.
drops, yeah. And I'm almost bleeding as well. Shame.
So
Okay.
Bane goes away.
Yeah, Bane's gone away and you're nearly bleeding. It's a shame you're not near some sort of healer or something. Oh, hey!
Then it is this guy who's going to swing at Pyrolus. You can feel the axes there still, Pie.
Yeah. It's just a lot of
You're getting
movement around me.
like water currents getting flowed by. It's quite refreshing.
Pyrolus does a... Nope. How? Nope.
Having a really bad day.
They're not great. I mean, you know, they
I can
weren't
see why
chosen
he
for
needed new
swimming.
slaves now.
Yeah, you can see why he needs new staff. Malzare.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, he should start looking for things that have some sort of swim speed.
Yeah, he needs a
True.
fish or something.
He needs to, like... Yeah.
Did you say Rapier's got disadvantage?
I believe Rapier is on the list of disadvantage, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna use my short sword then.
Dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, and trident doesn't.
Great.
Just
Normal?
so happens he has a short sword.
Are
Poopy.
you fucking shitting me?
I do believe you also have a dagger, though.
Yeah, it's like I go shing and then just drop it. It's like I did the cool shing, but
Bye.
the current like drifts it away. Just
But you can take a bonus action to stab it with a dagger.
I'll use the cool Thessaly's dagger then, whichever one that is.
Dagger!
I don't know. What
Dagger! 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 Wouldn't you know? Polar opposites.
All right, if I'm allowed to, I'm gonna use the other feature that I have that's hidden in the 10 million things I've got going on here.
Psychic blades.
That's it. So, hang on, let me roll the normal damage first. Damage. Critical hit.
Fuck.
2 ones! This is painful.
It's better than nothing.
Do psychic blades have crit damage or not?
Yeah, it should do.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Are you...
There were a lot of ones in there as well. But he's dead!
He
But
had
he killed him!
he had 8 hit points.
It doesn't matter. Nothing in this world matters. Cal, I'm a failure. I can't even stab a guy properly.
And I use my reaction to just kind of console. Just
Yes.
hug.
Both crying and consoling are a free action.
That's alright then.
Okay. Well, it's good I used it because I wouldn't have killed him either way, but...
This
Cal, it's like, I want to try and be better at attacking, and then this shit happens, and then I'm not good
Underwater,
enough.
it's very hard to attack underwater. You're not used to it. It's okay.
Oh, thank you, May. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, anyway. Oh my god, that is abysmal.
I mean, this
I mean-
this guy also keeps forgetting to roll his intelligence save,
I was
which
gonna
says something
say
about
it.
his intelligence.
Yep.
Look. He's really nice.
How?
Round 5.
Ow. Kill him, please. As in, like, oh, not kill how.
We're gonna quarterstaff with
What
normal.
stuff in it?
Nope. Nope. Never mind. Pyrolus.
So, So I've
More
got
like-
my.
More like viralists.
Yeah, the usual.
Okay, you're at advantage if you're attacking the one between you and Hal.
Yeah, why not? Advantage.
That'll hit.
Cool. Damage. Normal. And then I had.
So you had Wrathful Smite.
So I can. Oh yeah, I've got the tick box to take the consume spell slot off.
Yep.
So I can do that.
So, first of all, he makes a Wisdom save. He does not make the Wisdom save.
No. Okay.
So, first of all, roll a d6. So it takes 4 more points of damage, and it is now frightened of you.
Yep.
Which means it gets double disadvantage.
Yeah, which means it gets disadvantage if it sees you and it can't move closer to you.
I mean,
Yep.
can't get closer. I've got to crawl onto her back.
And then you have a second attack.
Yeah.
That will also hit.
That was close. You dead yet?
Getting there. He's close. He's in the red. Calyrax.
Right. So, this guy is all snapped. Synapse.
Yeah,
So
he's a bit muddled.
he's taken some damage. But, yeah, this guy's taken a fair amount. This guy's taken like 8.
They've all taken some amount of damage.
I feel I need to try and get. Bro, I want to use more. I want to use light hit, but at the same time, I know that they're probably going to be able to resist it. The biggest problem with fighting bloody orcs.
You got anything liney
Anything? What?
that hits things in a line?
Oh no, I don't believe I do. No. At least I don't think I do. Hang on. Go onto the D&D Beyond spell list. Have a look. I got zones. I don't think I've got anything that is in a line. I got like things in like cylinders. I've got things in like just like circles. I've got things in arcs, but no lines.
There's room for a 20-foot box in there.
Where is it? Where's that fucking spell I do have? I don't know exactly how that would work in. Oh, fuck, do we need to do that? 20 foot each creature within a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. 10 point takes that much damage and that much. Right. I would like to use Flame Strike. It is not on my spell list. But it is a spell I know.
Yes. That was not Flame Strike, John. You clicked on Dawn.
So it's a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
And
So
then
I would like to try. I would like to try and get them to, like, just like kind of center it like there. Where's a ruler? Where's a ruler? Yeah.
Dex
oh.
saves.
Ah. No! Oh god, no!
E.
Oh, these rolls are so crap today. Never mind. I need to just stop speaking.
Yeah. Then again, at the same time,
I'm such a jinx. No,
It's
literally
alright
me
as
the
long
other
as you use
day.
your power in the right way.
Literally me the other day when our cockroach got disintegrated, they rolled an 11. We started panicking and I was like, wait, you would have had inspiration from way back when. Used it. And I was like, oh, don't worry, you can do it. You'll be fine. They rolled even lower.
So Sean, roll me 8d6.
flash roll. You know, what am I doing that? What am I typing for? What the hell am I typing like some sort of schmuck? 8d6. 25.
So this guy takes full damage, and this guy takes full damage. And this guy takes half damage, not double damage. Okay. One of them dies in the fiery conflagration.
Cool.
That's right. Long words with final boss fight.
This guy is gonna try and be smart, and he's seen other people do this.
Son of a bitch.
Pyrolis does a...
Yes.
1 second.
God damn it!
Let's have a quick old look how far away. Oh, he's 25 feet from me. Oh dear, isn't it a shame? It's no.
22 points of damage.
It's less than it would have been.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. A damage. I don't need to roll a concentration check now, do I? 'Cause
No,
I
you-
would have used the thing.
Your spell is ended. But
Cool.
he gets a second attack.
Okay.
That was nearly another 20.
It was. It thought about it.
Hovered on 20 for so long that it's like turned to 2.
Malzere.
Me! Oh, wonderful. Okay, so there's still... Oh, there's 2 of them. Let me
Only
double
2.
check what I have. Which one looks the worst off?
They're both about the same at the moment.
Okay, to the one on this side, I
Yep.
can't ping. The one on the left. I'll do Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Let me just look up the Vicious Mockery list. Vicious Mockery... Orc.
Breathes in.
F3. Orc. Well, there's no orc ones. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, well, there's half orc ones, but these are real orcs, you know? Alright, we'll go with Vicious Mockery Insult Generate. Listen, I'm committed to the cause here. No, I don't want saucy ones. What the fuck?
Did you brush your teeth with a hammer?
Oh, I've got it. Well, mate, at the end of the day, I'd say I don't want to remember you this way. But then again, who's even going to remember you?
He starts having an existential crisis.
He holds strong against it, actually.
No!
Steve
Wow,
will remember me.
Steve must really love you.
Steve does love me.
Steve
Oh,
gave
well.
me flowers.
I'll pass on my condolences to Steve when you're dead then.
Oh.
Alright, that's it.
Synaptic 1.
So he's at normal now, but he's still got a negative D6. right? Yeah, that is right.
What?
21 pie.
Yeah, got
21 pies.
it.
That is 16 points of damage. And then he swings a second time, which is a...
No, it's not.
Damn it!
Oh, I gotta love it.
Hey, John crying.
17.
Hello, below half. It's nice to meet you again.
Hal is gonna move to here.
He's just pushed that dead guy out and is just now
Yep.
floating through the water
Yeah.
slowly.
Just floating this way slowly.
Then he swings his quarterstaff angrily for Hal.
Slight knocking sound as it hits ineffectually. Hits better that time.
That one actually hits. And then...
Wow, that did a whole breakdancing routine on the screen. That was impressive.
And then he's gonna flurry of blows.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da!
And then Pyrolus.
I can keep rolling the dice. What's the point of this?
Yep.
I don't believe there is a point, Amy.
What is the point of what? What?
You
It's
can
like-
pick up the 3D dice.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
I am going to add a searing smite
Okay.
to my next attack. So I'm gonna click that.
Yep.
And I am going to trident. The one between me and Hal.
You are at advantage to hit him. You hit him.
That was a roller coaster of numbers. Damage normal. And then damage normal on the searing smite as well.
And then he doesn't need to make the save because he is dead.
Yay!
Holy fat dead.
And now my other attack.
Yep.
Yes.
At t'other dude. I'm just gonna click the attack button there. It's easier, and that's a normal.
Not the t'other dude.
That'll hit. That's a lot of damage.
22. Those are some nice dice.
Calderax.
Get on dice.
I am going to, I believe with this particular thing with Blight, I don't actually need to be, as long as you're within 30 feet of me. She is.
This is the Ragic end of T'other Dude. Not quite
I'm
yet.
I'm going to
Hey,
try.
AG.
He has to make me. I know he's got to make a con save, so he's probably going to make it, but. Or not!
Or not. That was a real roller coaster of dices. Well, he had 18 hit points left. So 46 is slightly higher than that.
Hold on. Goes to like a chalkboard, writes a load of formulas down. A load of. He's like doing like lots of like experiments with test tubes and mixing liquids together and writing down notes. He goes, yeah!
So with that, you finish the fight.
Yay!
These guys are all dead.
And I just like push their corpses off to one side to make them float nicely in a corner.
And you push through and you swim down into the crevasse.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop,
We'll
bloop,
not.
bloop.
We'll not say anything to our friend.
He's
That
the
isn't actually
I
our
can
friend.
imagine the aboleth is just crying in the corner in a weird aboleth-y kind of way.
Yeah. Just in our heads, we can all just hear him like blubbering away.
So,
He won't.
so you've succeeded. Let me go through this because we'll wrap this up with this bit, which is Where Heroes Do Not Tread, Part 2. As you swim through this and make your way out into the city, word comes in about the success or failure everywhere where you are not. So you have succeeded at the Friendly Dead. You have succeeded at the Underdoor. So, Sean,
Yep.
could you roll me a d20 plus 6 for the northern forward base?
1d20 plus 6.
Yep.
Like that?
Yep. And sadly,
They will have it.
the Red Plumes managed to take the wall of the northern base, but the alarm was sounded and they took heavy losses.
Okay.
Sean, for the eastern base, could you roll me a d20 plus 6?
24.
You learn, as you get up into the city and some of the troops meet up with you, learn that the eastern forward base, they fought humanoids that were lying in wait in a swampy ambush, but the ambush was spotted and they were dealt with before they could raise the alarm.
Yeah.
And then, Amy, could you roll me another d20 plus 6, please?
Of course. That's a d12, I'm dumb.
That's kind of a 20 roll. Oh no!
So, Amy, you sent your forces into the western base, didn't you?
Yes.
They were never heard from again.
Okay. That was such a waste.
Seas.
Sean, could you roll me another d20 plus 6? This is for fortifying. Okay.
When do we find this out?
Now. But if you can hold on to the emotional reaction to it till
Yeah.
next time, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Think about it in the 2 weeks that we've got between now and then. Sean, at the northern forward base, despite the alarms going off and people being alerted, you learn that the myconoids were able to bring forth supplies, and they built a number of fungal defences that held off a counterattack at the base, led by drow slaves, or a fight of drow slaves led by a demon. And then, Sean, can you roll me the same for the eastern base?
Ooh, 90.
You also learn that at the eastern forward base, the myconoids brought forth the supplies and built a number of fungal defences that held off a counterattack of drow slaves led by a demonic creature. So,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
Cool.
So, What this means for you guys is you are heading into the Colosseum
Nice.
next time. Which I will just read you the opening text of so that you know what's happening.
Sure.
I'm gonna need a reread of this next time, by the way.
Definitely. Swimming to the surface, you struggle to get the taste of offal and blood from your mouth and breathe in the smoky air. In the distance, you can hear the assault upon the eastern gate. It is furious, and it is difficult to know whether your allies in the battle without you. But the distraction of your allies gives you an opportunity. Pulling yourselves from the western shore of the Lake of Blood, you find yourself surrounded by massive fields of mushrooms and deep wrath in the shadow of the great arena of Myra Madra. Several bear-like humanoid slaves are streaming out of the arena in confusion, looking frightened and towards the sound of combat in the direction of the eastern gate. A shadowy demonic creature and 2 fire giants seem to be trying to rally them to support the defense of the gate. 2 large spiders are tethered next to the entrance. There are hundreds of the burly creatures, and the addition of even their reluctant numbers would be disastrous to your allies' efforts. So,
Interesting.
Lovely.
next time, you will be fighting in the arenas of Myra Madra, trying to help the assault on the city. We'll see where things go, but for now, thank you guys in the chat so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to go when we go live, a completely free way you can support us on the channel. We will be back with more Adventures of the Golden Tooth in 2 weeks' time, which is the 6th of October. We have the following streams coming up. Tomorrow night, over on the Angel Games Player channel, it's gonna be some Bioshock. Bioshock 2 with Angel. On Friday, Jeff is playing the Pedestrian as he puzzles through some more puzzles in the puzzle game. Puzzle. On Sunday, we have the first night in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So a long rest is going to go perfectly smoothly. On Monday, I'll be back with more Mass Effect as spoilers.
Indeed.
I assume Tanny's still around, so
Yep.
you know, spoilers. Tuesday next week, we are looking into what we're doing, and I think Jeff and I have settled on probably some Sea of Thieves,
Ooh, nice.
because there's new stuff coming.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday next week is a day of the week.
They
And
happen
then
every week, funnily enough.
there may be a stream and there may not be. Who knows? Tune in to find out.
Yeah, the Discord. The Discord will tell you.
Yeah. So, with that all said and that all done and all the things there, dotted and crossed and T's and I's and all those things, we're going to raid.
Raid.
We're gonna go raid ourselves.
Gonna go raid. Let's raid us. We're playing D&D right now.
Joby is on Sea of Thieves.
Ooh. Let's do a little raid at the Joby. So yeah, go give our love to Joby. We will see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye,
Farewell.
guys.
Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Motherfuckers!